Hello everybody, happy Sunday crafternoon. Today is January 18th, 2026, and this is Facebook Live number 219. It's good to see you guys here. As you find me in your newsfeed, go ahead and say hello. Hello, and let me know where you're viewing from. As always, I would love to keep in touch with you. Go ahead if you'd like to join my e-mailing list and point the camera on your smartphone to that silly looking QR code. It will take you to a landing page where all you need is your name and your address, and you're in. You're good to go. Also, if you see anything today that you would like to order, this is where you'll find my online store. And you can also use the QR code to go directly to my online store. And if you'd like to get a discount on all your products while you're shopping, check this out right here with that QR code. And that will explain everything to you, and you'll be part of an amazing community of stampers. All right, there's some other things I want to go through really quick today before we get started. I know the per usual thing. So I'm over on Facebook. So if you look up Dawn's Creative Chalet, you'll both find a group and a business page. The business page is what you're watching me on right now. Go ahead and join my group as well. Hey, Evelyn, happy Sunday crafternoon. Also, my YouTube channel. If you know of others that would enjoy the content that I am providing, go ahead and let your friends know about me, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, of course, like my business page here on Facebook. Make sure to hit the bell when you subscribe to Facebook. That will give you the notifications as I load things to YouTube, and also my blog. You're going to find all the pictures, all the things, all the information, plus the replay. I know, right? It's very snowy here. Over at my blog, which is dawnscreativechalet.com. And, of course, my online store and Pinterest and all those fun things, right? All the things. We love Pinterest. So as far as some upcoming events, I have one coming up this Thursday. Unfortunately, sign up is done. It's a product inclusive class, which means I had to order the product, get it here, yada, yada, yada. But for those that are coming, are in for a treat. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it because they're cards that you think you were going to make that were on display at the sign-up sheet. Well, they're not. And I'm doing this a lot just because I need to get something out there to give you an idea of what the theme will be for the class, but not necessarily those are the cards that you're going to make. So I like to catch you guys off guard, but they're super cute nonetheless. That's this Thursday. And then as we get into February, I'm not going to really list off the classes yet for February. I will next week. We'll do that because I hate to get too far ahead. It overwhelms people. But Friday, February the 6th, noon to 2, is Starbucks at Ludington, Michigan, at that Starbucks. And if you are local, somewhat local-ish, want to break out of the house, get out of this, like, I call it the hibernation winter blues. This is driving me crazy, guys. It's been snowing consistently every day in Michigan. It's nuts. Like, for a while it got mild, then all of a sudden it had gotten in its system, then needed to snow and snow and snow again. Anyway, get yourself out of the house. Come join us over at Starbucks. I know, I love to see you over there too, Evelyn. It's so much fun. And we have a free craft for you over there. Bring your friends or come along and just make some new friends as well. But it is a lot of fun, and I enjoy everybody who's there. Also, just to remind you guys of bonus days, those are here and going on right now. You can collect the coupons until February 2nd, and then February 3rd through the 28th, you can redeem them. For every $50 that you spend, Stampin' Up! Will automatically send you coupon or coupons in the mail to you. They're like this long. And you're going to want to tuck those emails in a safe spot because I cannot retrieve them. You cannot retrieve them. Stampin' Up! Can't retrieve them. So if you accidentally delete those emails, you're out of luck. But anyway, so keep them flagged, keep them in a safe spot. And then starting on February 3rd, you can redeem those coupons. You can redeem them all at once. You can redeem them with several different orders, and there's no limit to the amount of coupons that you can earn right now, which is really cool. And on top of bonus days, we're double dipping because Stampin' Up! Is also giving us Stampin' Rewards of 10% of any order that is $20 or more. Like, come on, guys. You know, we know that yeah. Anyway, I'm not even going to say it. But anyway, with that being said, we're double dipping and they're letting us. So it's like a win-win. So not only are you getting the coupons that you're earning, but you're also getting the Stampin' Rewards as well. So that's pretty awesome. Also, right now, what is going on, we have Product of the Month. This is something new since we no longer have Celebration. As you guys probably have guessed, we're in the middle, almost the latter part of January already. It's crazy. But anyway, so if you are shopping along, you reach the $75 mark, you're going to see a graph or a chart above your cart or your basket, whatever you want to call it. And when you reach that $75 mark or more, you have the opportunity to order a product of the month. Now, sometimes things will carry over. For instance, right now, this is for January, but we also have some left over from December, which is the True Blue Florals Designer Series paper. So with that in mind, you can order one or the other. The system knows, though, because you need to set up an account, which means using your email and a password. So the system knows everything that you do by your password. We'll put it that way. So you can't try to get away with ordering more than one. But anywho, if you have not gotten December's, you have the opportunity to get either or if you want both of these, place a $75 order, get one, and then place another $75 order and get the other. But if you place a $150 order, is that right? 150? Yeah, I think. Math is hard for me. Anyway, you cannot choose both of these at the same time. It has to be separate orders. That I cleared up last week, right, Evelyn? Anyway, with that being said, I didn't get a chance to really play with the True Blues, but I did get a chance this weekend to play with Fabulous Sayings. So I wanted to show you guys some really quick, easy cards. I whipped these up in about an hour. So they're nothing fancy, but they use this gorgeous set. What I love about this, first of all, you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, I am a font junkie. I love fonts. I love mixing and matching fonts, and this is exactly what this does. Also, look at the size of the font. Right, you can only get one of each. Yep. So the size of the font is big, right? It's very big. I love it. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention the other important part. Oopsie. When you place that $75 order, okay, or above, and you see the chart and it goes, woo, like, you know, you're eligible to earn this, make sure, first of all, that you push the button to add it to your cart, okay, because you're going to be able to have a choice right now of, do you want the designer paper from December, or do you want the Fabulous Sayings stamp set? So you get to choose one. Make sure it is put into your cart. And by the way, it's for $5. So if you reach the $75 mark, you're going to be able to choose the product of the month for $5. Okay. But anyway, it's always a good deal. So far it's been great because Designer Series paper packs are normally $12.50. You get it for $5. Or the stamp set, I'm not sure. I would say around, I don't know, at least a $20 value. You're able to purchase it for $5. So let's go ahead and show you what I made. And I want to point out what it is that I use, because I think sometimes these things don't get noticed, and they're the things that are in the front of the catalog. This is our mini catalog for January through April 2026. And I always like to look in the front because it's where all the easy button stuff is. Easy button, quick and easy options right there. Love that, because you can whip out a lot of cards in a short amount of time. Hey, Kristen. Hey, I know it is wonky. I was messing around with it before. I think the whole internet's wonky. Anyway, so I use these Days Like These Memories and More card pack. They're $11.50. Very economical. They also sell in my online store the note cards and envelopes that are a larger size so that they'll fit these cards. These cards are either 3x4 or 4x6. They are double-sided. In fact, let me grab them because they're kind of sort of right in front of me here. So they come in a pack like this. Okay. All right. And like I said, 3x4 or 4x6. So what I like to do is get to know them. There's like 6 of each card, which I think is an overabundance. I would rather have less cards and more to choose from. But who am I to say? Because these were originally designed for our pocket page scrapbooking, which we have the 6x8 or 6x9 ring books available for these pocket pages. You can also use them on traditional scrapbooks, but I like to use them with card making. So anyway, there's 6 of them, so I don't feel so bad, I guess, chopping them. Sometimes I'll chop off the words, or I'll chop off just a part of the picture on it, but they are double-sided, and some are, you know, a little more subtle than other ones. But anyway, so I wanted to show you what it is that I was using. Now, they used to also include stickers, like cardstock stickers in these packs, but I've not seen stickers in them, which kind of bums me out. But what I decided to do, since they don't have stickers, if you turn the page to page 16, I was thinking of using these right here, the Easter Time Mix and Match Ephemera Pack, or also I use these, the Softest Spring Mix and Match Puffy Stickers. Now, stickers aren't normally my thing, but these are actually kind of cool. They're like sophisticated stickers, and they look kind of watercolor-ish. So they are very pretty. So let me show you guys what I came up with the Product of the Month stamp set, and using these little guys here. And I think I used these on 1 or 2 cards. I can't remember. It all blends together, right? And then I want to go back to what we're going to be doing today, because I will need that. Okay, there we go. So here is the first one. Now this again, the, oh my goodness sakes, I cannot think today. These are the note cards and envelopes for the Memories of More cards. So I didn't have to cut them down. They're actually larger than our A2 size cards. So I didn't have to trim down the 4x6 card. So I just basically put this 4x6 card on top. I cut another one of those cards, chopped it up, and used it, as you can see, because that's not cardstock. That's part of the pack. And then I added the beautiful bows with linen thread and this gorgeous gingham, I believe it's balmy blue, gingham ribbon that I think should be coming back if it isn't back already. And there you have it. Easy peasy. And then there's this one here. This one, oh, and by the way, here's this puffy sticker. Okay. And then I went ahead and used this one. Again, just slapped the 4x6 card on there, added a puffy sticker, and I got to put a bow on it, right? I could have added some bling, but I didn't. I just wanted to make them simple-ish. Although it's really hard for me because I just love to layer, and add a little bit more. Here again, I instead used a 4x6 card and a 3x4 going the opposite direction. I think I did trim this down just a tiny bit, like 1/4 of an inch, because I wanted to make sure I had enough room for the sentiment. This again is another strip from the card that I did chop up. And then I took another one of those cards. You can see the background there. And I did the hooray, because I was trying to use up as many of the sentiments in the set, the stamp set, as I could. Here we go. Here's from the ephemera pack. Right here. Isn't that cute? Again, super easy. I cut up one of those cards. That was more of it. Here's another one of the 3x4 cards. I just slapped on there and put it on with dimensionals. This little pop-up guy. Now, see, aren't these cute? They're super cute. We are not cheating I know Evelyn will say something. We are not cheating when we make these because we feel like it, right? We feel like it needs to be harder to make a card. But I tell you what, someone gets this card, they're not going to think, oh my gosh, you cheated. You didn't stamp and color all of that. No, they're going to say, that is a gorgeous card. Thank you so much for thinking of me, right? That's what counts. That's what counts. Okay, here's another one where, again, I chopped part of this card off and I used another piece of a card underneath. And then I just went ahead, you guys can see right there, I just covered it up with the ribbon, another puffy sticker, and stylish shapes. And last one, I just took one of those note cards and envelopes for the Memories of More pack, and I took a 4x6 card. I think I took about 1/4 of an inch off just so I would have more room. I was going to mat these and I thought, nope, let's keep it very simple, very simple. So I just went ahead, sliced it twice, spaced them out, added some of the puffy stickers to them with the hello and the bows. Here's another part of one of the cards right here. I started to really get into this. I was having a good old time. So I think I used everything but I think just because, and I don't think I used this one. But other than that, I used all the sentiments in the set. So I was pretty proud of myself. That was my goal, to use as many as I could. And I try to do that with class. If there's a set that we're using or a bundle, I try to use every sentiment that's in the stamp set. But anyway, I love it. And I just want to make sure that you guys could see just how beautiful this set really is. Okay, I spent a little bit too much time on that, but it was worth it. Okay, so, let's see here. Just a sec. I almost knocked something over that I didn't want to knock over. Also, just to remind you guys that if you do place an order for your $75 minimum to get the product of the month, I will also send you this as a special gift from me to you. It is the Bundle of the Month video class, and this month for January, we are featuring Nature's Symphony. Here's a tease right here. House on the cards right side up. But anyway, it's a free gift. It's a $30 value. There's 16 projects using Nature's Symphony bundle. It comes with full color photos, all of the measurements, and video instruction for each projects of 16. I also wanted to show you guys, I didn't get, what is it called? Adopt a Pet. But in case you need some item numbers here, you can screenshot that if you watch the replay, or screenshot it right now. And then I'm going to cover it up and show you guys some of the kits. So we have 3 kits that came out for January. This one is called Lots of Love Kit. There's absolutely no stamping and it's $15. That's like a really good deal, especially if you don't have a lot of products or you're just getting into our wonderful hobby of paper crafting. It includes the envelopes, and you make 9 cards. There's 3 different designs, 3 of each. This is so cute. It was very easy to put together. The envelopes are white textured. They're kind of cool. Here's the second of the 3 different, and the last. How pretty is that? They come with color instructions and all of that good stuff, so they're really easy for even a beginner to put together. And then also, we have the Butterfly Garden Kit. I really like this one. So this is a set that comes with stamps. It has a cute little stamp set, which I know is going to be really hard for you guys to see. And where is they come out with a little printout doohickey for it. But anyway, cute stamp set, a Stamped in Spot, and they always give you a block because they're assuming that you may be new to the hobby. And again, they want to have everything enclosed in the box. So if you do order a couple of these, let's say you're on the go on a train, plane, in an automobile, if you're in an RV for the winter, these are great. Or if you just want to get together with friends, these are a lot of fun. I know I just posted both in my group and on my business page that a friend of mine who's moved out to Arizona wanted to get together with her friends and do a paper pumpkin party. And so she ordered 10 kits and she had them over. She took took some pictures. She shared a few with me, and I said, do you mind if I post those? Because I thought that was so cool that they did get together and they just sat and they each brought a little dish, or it looks like more like sweets, some sweet treats, and made their cards together. And I just think that that's so much fun. And I offer the whole girls' night out thing where you can take a kit or have everybody pick whatever kit that they want and then gather together. And you can either do it here at my place if you are local, or if you would like to host it at your house and have me come along and help guide everybody, that's also an option. But it's just a lot of fun to get together, right? And there's everything that you need is in the box, which I think is the best thing ever. But anyway, here's one of the cards. Very minimal stamping. Here is the second. Again, this makes 9 cards with envelopes. And I believe that this kit is $24. So again, you could not purchase all the things that you would normally need for that price. Just saying. But I love what I do and I would never change it. And I love to collect as well as create, right? That's part of our obsession with paper crafting, isn't it, guys? Anyway, and here's the third card. I just think that they are very cheerful and beautiful sayings, something that's a little different. And then once you're done assembling these cards, obviously, keep the ink and keep the stamp set and make even more cards. Now, I didn't stamp the envelopes, but they suggested taking the butterflies, stamping the envelopes, because, you don't want to have a naked envelope, heaven forbid. And then also, I just posted a little while ago, if you're a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, you're getting those emails every single month. I know, though, some people miss out on what's really in it. They're kind of like, and just delete. But in case you are like me and love to organize everything, we sell, of course, the DVD type cases yet in the online store. And they give you a printable for the Paper Pumpkin kit for the stamp set. And I love to have these on my shelf because even though our new packaging is a little different for our stamp sets, I'm still, I don't know, I can't get rid of these. Like I'm very visual and I like to put them on my shelf and be able to look at the spine. That's one thing I do miss about our new packaging, but what I love about our new packaging is that it's taking up a lot less space. I mean, a lot less. So that means I can buy more and, the mister doesn't know any better because he can't see it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it, guys. Anyways, I just want to let you know that I posted the link in case you've missed your email on it and you'd like to print these and start doing this for your own collection so that you can print the thingamabobber for the stamp set. Oh, my goodness sakes. Oh, golly. Okay. Anyway, what else did I want to talk to you guys about? Oh, just a reminder, up until the 11th of February, the 10th. The 11th is when you can sign up for March. So up until the 10th of February, you can sign up for Celebrate Spring. Isn't that cute? So it's going to coordinate with the Easter Joy Sweet Collection in the mini catalog. I'm super excited about that. I love that they do that because then you can even mix and match more. And I know some pretty clever, crafty, creative people that are making up to like 20 cards out of one box of Paper Pumpkin. Like they do all these alternate cards and they're amazing. But anyway, so it helps when you want to stretch your kit even further to make more and have it coordinate with product that you may already have that you're collecting from the mini catalog. So I just wanted to point that out. Sign up by the 10th of February. And then just a reminder, of course, that we have products that are not published in a catalog. They're called online exclusives. And I was playing with some fun product yesterday for St. Patrick's Day for a live. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to play. I got these sets. But anyway, that's another story for another day. I go off on squirrel tangents consistently. But I have a live coming up where we're going to use this product. I think you're going to love it. And then what else was... Like a lot of these sets I did not get, but there was just a few things that really jumped out at me the designer series paper in that lovely Blossoms collection is so pretty, so pretty. I love the colors that they put together. The Secrecy, the cloud cover, crumb cake, petal pink, old olive, they go together so well. And you know, these are color combinations that I would normally never put together, and Stampin' Up! Helps me visualize that, yes, these colors can mesh together and make some beautiful things. The other thing I wanted to note that people are missing out on, I haven't had a chance myself to use them, are these right here. I know they don't look like much, but they're not really, I don't want to call them wood, but maybe they are. Or I don't know. They're like heavy paper and they're white and they're leaves. They're leafy things that you can color up with your Stampin' Blends, which are really cool. There's shimmer paper that's being overlooked. And also this here is what I was playing with yesterday. This is super, super blingy, like super blingy. It's beautiful. So if you guys love gold foil within your paper, it's a specialty pack of designer series paper. And I know Evelyn will love this set because she has the horses, or as I call them, horsies. And I was playing with these two sets yesterday. Okay, golly, I talked an awful lot here. I know I do that every time. I keep telling myself, Dawn, don't ramble. But it's all good stuff, and it's stuff I love to share with you guys. So you know what's going on in the world of Stampin' Up! And, of course, here at the Chalet. So today we're playing with Lovely and Beautiful. Let me go ahead and grab my catalog here. So this is a double suite of product. And I know if you buy the suite, it's a little pricey. It's $150.25. However, just remember right now you're able to earn bonus day coupons. You're also earning your Stampin' Rewards. And by the way, you could put this into a starter kit and just get free shipping on top of that. You won't get your bonus coupons, and you wouldn't get the, what do you call it, the Stampin' Rewards, but you'll get a good discount thereafter on all of your purchases once you do that. But anyway, if you're interested, ask me about that. But anywho, so this is a double suite of product, which means that there are two bundles in it. And if you were to ask me, if you were to get one over the other, which would you get? You know what my reply is going to be? Both. I know, right? But seriously, I mean, I'm using this like crazy, but I tell you what, or maybe if you can live without these two, although these sentiments, they're like big, they'll go across an entire card front. So if you like that kind of thing, I don't know, I'm torn, but it's these dies right here that I am absolutely loving, and they nest within each other. They're fab, and I'll show them to you in just a second. And then we also have, and I'll show you this, like I said, in a second here. They have some ephemera, an ephemera pack, of course, blingy blings, and some beautiful ribbon that has gold accents in it. But the paper, oh my goodness. And if you have a mini catalog, and you can go through it, and it's from pages 23 through 29, I believe. And they show some beautiful samples with boxes and card making and scrapbook pages. So, yeah, all kinds of beautiful, fun things. And honestly, I'm not a gold girl. I'm more of a silver person, but the gold accents in this paper is absolutely stunning. And I just can't get enough of it. I had to order another pack. Well, actually two, because I've been going through so much of it. It is really, really pretty. After the live is done, I just want to remind you guys that there's going to be a recipe card that will have the pictures of what we've done today, all the helpful links that you need to get to my online store, and that type of thing. And of course, hopping onto my email newsletter, and also links as well for some easy shopping and finding things if you download it onto your computer. And like I said, the link for this will be after the live is over, up above if you're watching it on Facebook, down at the very bottom in the description on YouTube if you decide to watch it there, or also on my blog. I'll ask if you'd like to have a recipe card, and there'll be a link on my blog for that. And I have a PDF for these cards. So if you do place the $75 minimum order, I'm going to give you the PDF to the 3 cards that we're doing today. It's a pretty hefty PDF. But again, just another thing to thank you for shopping with me. Okay, are we ready to rock and roll? I actually have 3 cards plus a bonus project if we have time. If we don't, I'll save that project for another time, hopefully soon. Okay, let's get going. Grab all of my stuff. So first of all, the, I was going to show you, oh my goodness sakes. So, Dawn, my mind gets ahead of my mouth, or my mouth ahead of my mind, or however that goes. Here's the blingy blings. And here is the beautiful, simply beautiful stamp set and the dies. These are so cool. Like, as you guys can see, I've cut out an entire garden of flowers and all sorts of colors. Also, we have Beautifully Created. And these are the dies that I think, oh, yeah. They're fab. And they will cover up to the full front of an A2 size card. So, pretty awesome. And then also, I call this the Bounty paper towel because it looks like a paper towel, doesn't it? But I forgot the N on that. Oops. Thank goodness it's just for me, really. But the number is there for you. But this is a really cool embossing folder that we're using on the first card. And it's called Beautiful Pattern, not Beautiful Patter. And then also, here's the ephemera. And I like to, whoa, it's going flying away because these things fall out really easily. It's like heavy duty vellum. What's really cool about these, you can go ahead and use your Stampin' Blends on them and color them and layer the color. So you can start light and then work from there if you want things darker. I always suggest that. But anyway, there's a whole bunch of different shapes and flowers and tags and all that good stuff, and frames, which you can use on scrapbook pages as well. And then if you don't have them, for an option on one of the cards is this set here, which is the foiled frames and labels. And I'll show you what I mean, because I think I teamed one of these up with one of the projects. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, I think I did. Covered everything. All right, we ready to rock and roll, you guys? Let's do this. So I did a lot of stuff in advance because obviously there's a lot of die cutting. And I know that for the most part, most of you know how to die cut. It's all good there. And I didn't want to take up your time there. But here is that Bounty Picker-Upper. I know, I always have funny names for my stuff in my stamp room. What can I say? But it does. It reminds me of a paper towel. But it's really cool because it's like just a hint of texture, not a lot. And so, by the way, this is basic white thick cardstock cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 4 1/4. Anyway, oh my gosh, my brain. So we're going to go ahead and take my seal and we're going to stamp this down flat to my card base. And then I have taken the beautiful die from the Beautifully Celebrated bundle and some of that designer paper. Ooh, that's so pretty. I hate to cover it up, but we're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to do it because you know what? They make more paper. It's all good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. By the way, this piece that I glued down, the Bounty, that was 4 by 5 1/4. And then I just used some scrap to cut this out with the die. This is the frame that I was talking about. That is from the ephemera pack in that suite of product. So we're going to go ahead and glue that down. And just like so. And let's see here. Oh, why did I have this here? I don't remember. We'll figure it out later when I can't find it after I threw it halfway across my table. So what I did is I stamped on designer series paper. Different, right? Normally I don't like that look, but I thought, you know what? Let's use as much of this paper as we can. This is exactly why I've ordered a couple more packs of it. I need, by the way, some more dimensionals. How can I forget dimensionals? And a new pack. It makes me so happy. Okay. Yeah, I'm crazy. It's okay. You guys already know that anyway. Whoops. Oh, dear. Those kind of stuck together. Okay, so we're putting the flowers on with dimensionals. So I have one of the large flowers, and I stamped this in Memento Black, by the way. And then I had a couple little ones, but I don't know. I think it was just too overwhelming to have too many of these going on. So I thought one is enough, and I'll use the other two for a different project. We'll put this one right about there. And then I have, whoops, this tag from the ephemera pack, that heavy vellum. But you know, when you stamp on vellum, it's kind of tricky because it's slickery, and sometimes you can have a tendency to move your stamp and then it looks like it's blurry when you stamp it. So what I decided to do is cut a scrap piece that will fit inside there so we can stamp the sentiment on that instead and be safe, right? I've also cut some leaves. And being that I popped these on dimensionals, we can just slide these down underneath the flower. Let's see here. Let's go with this one. Isn't that pretty too? Like I said, I love it all. I hate to cover up something, but something has to give. And then I have too many leaves, too many flowers. Scoop them aside, and let's put that one there, just for something a little bit different from the original. There we go. And then I want to show you guys a trick. We still have, you know, all of the packs of the markers. There used to be one big pack of markers. They had all the color families in it, and I loved it. And it comes with the big case and the organizer insert thingamabobby. But anyway, that went, and then they started selling these in color families. Now these are on last chance list. In fact, I'm not sure if they even have them anymore or not. I was going to check, and the website was acting weird, which I think ultimately it's my internet that's acting a little goofy today. So with that being said, I do know that they have black because they, you know, we need a journaling pen for whatever, right? For our scrapbooking and all that fun stuff. So I just wanted to show you guys. I'm sure those of you who are seasoned stampers, you know this already, but there may be somebody new with us, and I want to show you a fun little trick. So way back in the olden days, when I first started stamping, and we didn't have all these fancy extra tools, we just had markers along with ink pads. And so we would use our markers to color certain parts of a stamp and then huff on it, make sure that it was moist enough to be able to stamp onto the paper. So anyway, we're going to do that, but what I'm going to do is a little trick here. So this is an oblong, and of course that's not going to fit in that spot, but I made it fit here. So I want to show you guys how I did it. What you're going to want to do is make sure that you have something to clean your stamp with. And let's see here, we're going to move this. So we're going to fit this onto here. It's like a magic trick. So I'm going to go ahead, and the other thing you want to do is to make sure with your brush tip that you're gentle with it, because once you wreck it, it becomes this like beep, flyaway thing, and it's awful, and you're not going to want to use it anymore. Trust me. It happens with some of my Stampin' Blends. Yeah, because I share them. So anyway, a light touch is always a good thing because you can always add more ink So don't be using the tip and doing this. That's a huge no-no, huge no-no. If I ever catch you doing that in class, I'll pull your hair. I'm kidding. Well, maybe. Anyway, so I'm just doing thinking, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp it right about there. I didn't really push down on it too hard, but that's okay. It's all right. So I cleaned it off, and now I'm going to do the of you. You know, these are simple little tips and tricks that sometimes I just forget about using. I don't think about it. You know what I mean? And then, like that. Make sure I got it where I want it. Well, it's not the best, but it will do. It's because you guys are watching. I'm nervous. No, but you get the idea. We're going to use it. I'm rolling with it. It's handmade. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this on the tag itself so we didn't have to stamp on that vellum. And I'm going to put it right about, oops, get back here, little guy. You're scooting on me. Here we go. I'm going to put a dimensional on the back to attach it on the edge. And I'm going to stick this one up here a little bit higher up from my other one. There we go. And then I've already pre-tied a bow. I'm going to take a couple of mini glue dots. Now for the next card, if you guys like fun folds, you might want to grab a piece of paper and write down some measurements. Or like I said, for those of you that place the $75 minimum order, not only will I send you the bundle of the month, but I'll also send you the tutorial for these cards as well. Oh, I also need to add bling. Where did it go? Oh no, the bling ran off. Okay, I had two, oh, right in front of me. So I had two packages of this stuff. Where did they go? Oh, goodness sakes. Yeah, this is how it's going to go today. I can see. All right, grab my take your pick tool. And let's add some extra little sparkly doodads because that's what I like. I love sparkly doodads. And put one down here. And we'll even add a couple more. We'll do 5 because odd numbers, they say, is always more appealing to the eye. Is that it? Okay, there we go. So that's card number 1. What do you guys think of that one? Pretty sparklies. Love it. Okay. Card 2. This is a fun one. You guys ready? Wah! Like that sound effect with it. So this is like super blingy. It has a lot of gold on it, but I love it. It makes me so happy. It's a beautiful card for a wedding card. But you could also convert this if you don't want to do it as a wedding card. You can make it into a birthday card, a thinking of you card, all those fun things. What is the bling called? Oh, that's a good question. This is called pearlized faceted circles. And it is part of the suite of product with the double bundle. But isn't that gorgeous? So we're going to go ahead, we're going to make this. And let me get all my bits and pieces. And I also need a cheat sheet here to get you guys. And I bet it's not on there, it's on here. One moment, please. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and flash this. So if you do want to take a screenshot of it, please do so very quickly. And then we're going to go ahead and go onward. Flash, flash, screenshot. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're using basic white, thick cardstock. And I cut it to 4 1/4 by 11. And I scored it at 2 inches. 3 3/8, 7 4 and 9. So once again, 4 1/4 by 11, thick white cardstock, scored at 2, 3 3/4. I don't think I said that right before. So it's 2, 3 3/4, 7 1/4, and 9. Okay. And then, of course, there's a lot of die cutting. So if you have those beautiful dies from the beautifully celebrated bundle, you can go ahead and die cut the gold and the white and then do your stamping on it, or thinking of you or whatever. If all the gold is not your forte, I think what I might do is turn the cardstock over today. That rhymed. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Anyway, and then again, I cut the same size of these dies. I think, nope, they're actually one smaller of each for the front of, for the front of the card, adding, of course, the ribbon, and just decorate to your heart's content however you want. Again, I use the ephemera pack on these with the gold. So I didn't even have to stamp these. These are those from the ephemera pack. But isn't that pretty? It's a cool fun fold. So let's go ahead and assemble. And I wanted to show you guys a couple of things here. Let's see, move that out of the way. So once again, here's my basic design. From there, once you know the basic fold, you can run with it and do whatever you want with it. Let's see. These, I believe, are for the front, because like I said, I did all the die cutting in advance. It was a little bit much. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you, here is another die that is in that set. Isn't that pretty? So it adds just an extra little something. And I wanted to show you a little trick with this for the inside in case you don't have these dies. In fact, there we go. You guys can see a little bit better there. In fact, it'd be really good if I would check to make sure that I can see what you're seeing. So let's do that. Let's do that. Maybe. Facebook is acting really weird. I can't even get, oh, there it goes. Let's say I can't even get this to come up on my laptop. All right. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to show you a little trick with this in case you don't have the dies. We're going to set that aside though for a minute and give you some more measurements here. Whoops. All my little notes. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to put that in the middle. That up. Yikes. Okay. And here's even more goodies. Oh my goodness. Okay. So for these 4 panels, the two outside panels, this is a little bit larger than the 2 inside panels. So I use gold foil sheets. They're 12 by 12 sheets in a pack. And I hope I just didn't mess this up. Okay, because I tried to make sure that I had all these labeled. Oh boy. Okay, I did. Good. Oh, good. All right. So with that being said, if you don't want to use the gold foil, don't. Either use cardstock or just don't use anything. But as far as the measurements for the 4 panels, I cut 2 pieces of gold foil, so the matte, at 1 7/8 by 4. I cut 2 pieces of, again, gold foil for the matte at 1 5/8 by 4 1/8. Then I cut 2 pieces of designer series paper at 1 3/4 by 4. And then 2 pieces of designer series paper at 1 1/2 by 4. Okay, I think I got it. Clear as mud, right? So anyway, I'm going to set this aside, kind of sort of ish. You'll kind of be able to see it. All right, we got all of our bits and pieces here. So there was a little something I wanted to show you in case you guys don't have these dies. but you do have these on hand, the foiled frames and labels that will fit inside there. You see right now it's a little tall, so I'm going to show you a little something that I learned. Let me get everything off of, oh my gosh, I have so much stuff piled up here on my paper trimmer. I'm like, how am I going to show you guys this? Let's see here. We're going to go ahead, take this, and we're going to chop it, I'm going to say, I don't know, about 1.5 inches, okay? It doesn't really matter. You're just going to play with it anyway to resize it. There we go. Oh no, she sliced and diced. Whoops. Ooh, I cut that kind of wonky. But that's all right because you're not going to see it. So if you need, you see where I'm going with this? It was this long, but you can size it down like so by moving this, whether you want it a little stubby or you want it a little larger for the middle of your card for your sentiment. Okay, and I'm going to bring back, I didn't use this one. I don't know why I brought out two. So originally it was this length, which sticks out just a smidge, but you can go ahead, lay it in place. In fact, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this. Let's do that. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to take this, set it where I want it. Take the piece that you chopped, put glue on the back, and then we're going to layer it to the size that we would like. So we've just altered the size of it. Then you can go ahead and hide it. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Because I think I'm going to use this side of the paper today. Let's try it. Why not? I feel adventurous today. How about you guys? And then you can still stamp your sentiment up above, whether it's happy birthday, thinking of you, get well soon, whatever it is. Okay. And there you go. So nobody knows any differently. If you wanted to even decorate it, embellish it some more, you could take a piece of cardstock, put it across there, a whole 9 yards. Okay. All right. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I just thought that was kind of fun. And in fact, you know what I might have done? Oh, that's what it was. Let me see if I can peel this off. Nope, can't do it. I would have had this underneath, actually. Oh, well, all good. Live and learn, right? That's what happens when you're live. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and get our pieces here together. And I believe that these, yeah, are fitting inside. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to use the other side of this. We're still going to line it with the gold, so it has a little extra flair. But let's go ahead and not make it quite so gold. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue that. Which that's going to go there. And so what have you guys been up to this weekend? Anything fun? I know watching me glue is not the most exciting thing in the world. And I'm going to scooch this up so you can really see what I'm doing here. And then we're going to layer these two together. So that's, whoops, again, I want to go this route. I got a tickle in my throat. I feel like I'm going to cough. So if I do, please forgive me. Anyway, so we're going to layer these two together. So we're going to go ahead and glue some more. There's a lot of gluing on this card. But it turns out so pretty, you know. Okay, there we are. And this one as well. just like so. It's so funny, you get the glue on this gold foil paper and it's like slickery. It's like ice. And then the larger piece will go on the largest outside panels. Just like so. In fact, I think I cut that a little bit too big. That's okay. It's all good. And same here. Make sure I got them on the right ones. You know what? This one goes on the other. Ooh, I almost messed that up big time. And let's see here. Or did I get these? Oh, you know what I did? No, don't glue. Okay. That's why I labeled them, and that's why Dawn should have kept the stickies on those. That would have been a disaster. But see, caught it in time. That's always a good thing, right? All right. So there's the basics of your card. And we're going to go ahead and decorate it. Uh-oh. I'm not going to have you watch me do this because I know you'll cringe. But we're going to fix something really quick. There we go. Because it was right on the fold line. There we go. Okay, it's all better. All better. Okay, good. All right, so we have our pieces here. And this is just for a little focal point that I'm going to put my flowers onto. There we are. Whoops. A little crooked. There we go. And I want it to hang over on this side. So I want to put glue just over on this side of it, of this die cut piece. Center it on there just like so. In fact, I'm going to open that up so it's a little more flat to work with. And then, how did I stick those on there? I think I just used multi-purpose liquid glue. So that's what we're going to do here. Like that. And layer that one like so. And notice I didn't want to put glue all over it because I want to tuck some of these little guys underneath. So it's easier to do. So we're going to tuck that one right there. And let's see, tuck this one maybe up here. That looks good. And, let's put this one right about there. That looks good. I grabbed a whole bunch of these out here, so I've got a whole garden going on, but we'll use these for another card along with the other stuff that I have left over. And the same with all of this stuff. Get those out of the way because I don't need those anymore. Okay, and then also, I don't think I made a bow. That's okay. And we'll do the stamping inside of that later, but more or less, I just wanted to make sure that you guys have the measurements on this and just show you what you can do with it. As far as, I don't know, which do you like better? Do you like all the gold? Or would you rather be a person that has a little more color to it? And did you like that little trick with using these in case you don't have the dies? I just thought that was kind of fun. Something different, right? Something different. So we're going to go ahead and do card number 3. Oh, I should put bling on this as well. Really quick. Let's see. Where is my tool? Oh my gosh. You know, it's amazing to me how I can lose so much stuff that's right in front of my face. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's go ahead and make it a bit blingy. Oh, get over here, little guy. We'll put one here. And, oh, he fell off. Or no, he's there. He's there. He's just twirling around, having a good old time. Okay, so that for the most part, other than the bow. There we go. So Evelyn says she loves the floral. I do I love the color with the gold. I do think it's pretty, very pretty. But the fold itself is very cool. So think of the possibilities with a lot of the stuff that you already have on hand in your craft room that you can use to make some of these cards. They're easy, but they're very impressive, and they will fit into our envelopes, our A2 size envelopes as well. Okay, let's go on to the last card. The last card is my favorite. It's my favorite. And we have just a few pieces. Don't let this intimidate you. Said no one ever, right? But I just kind of went buku crazy on cutting, yes, even more than what I cut in here. Crazy. Like, I just apparently love to die cut. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that these are beautiful, and the more you cut and put together, it just kind of makes you happy, you know it? Like, look at all this yummy color here. All right, so the card itself, how are we doing on time? Oh my gosh, it's already 2 o'clock. Holy moly. So I'm not going to be able to do the bonus project, I don't think, unless you guys decide you want to hang around for it. But this card is very cool. It also uses a flip flap. You guys ready? It's going to open this way, and it's going to open this way. And I'm going to give you the basics, and then you can lavish it any way you like. Okay, so this here would hold a gift card, and then you could also add, I did not, but another layer and maybe some basic white to write a little note, or you could tuck a note inside the flip flap if you wanted to, along with the card, and you can tuck it right in there. See, this slides right out, so you can decorate it as you like. And I used a one of those dies in the Beautifully Celebrated bundle and cut out a piece of the DSP and stamped on it, and just went ahead and attached it direct to the flip flap. Now, if you really wanted to be fancy, you could make these into pockets. I did not. But again, it's just a matter of layering and ripping paper if you so choose. And then, of course, these big, beautiful dies, I just love them. And I thought it was fun to add them twice to the card. And, of course, the ribbon. The ribbon makes it, right? This is so much fun. And again, we're going to do that same trick with the ink pad this time instead of a marker to fit this on this size piece of paper. So the basics of this is probably not going to make any sense to me now that I've put this together like over a week ago. But I just wanted to show you as far as some of the pretty papers that I did. I'm going to set these over here. Cut those flowers in, and that is Poppy Parade. And then we have Granny Apple Green. Also, Petal Pink. And Flirty Flamingo, Calypso Coral, and yeah, so I think those were the main colors that I used just to make it nice and bright. Now, the other fun thing, and I didn't have any on hand at the moment, but if you're looking for a pack that would really go nicely with the colors in this paper as far as our two-tone cardstock, I think it's the Turtley Cute. That's in the online store and also found in the annual catalog. Has a lot of the same colors that is in this paper, other than I don't think it has Old Olive. But anyway, what's fun about our two-tone cardstock is it is a little bit thinner than our regular cardstock for our card making. And also, if you wanted to do two-tone of, let's say, Calypso Coral, in a flower, you could with the two-tone cardstock. You just use one side and then use the other, and it gives a really cool effect. Then if you really want to get into it, you could also use our Stampin' Blends and work in some color on the edges and do the whole 9 yards. Now that is not personally my thing normally. I might do that once in a while, but for the most part, I just want to die cut it and put it on my card, like have it be good. So anyway, the basics for making the card itself, I want to give you those measurements. And this is so stinking easy, you guys. You're going to be like, oh yeah, I need to do that. So we're going to get 2 pieces of, or actually 1 piece, and cut 2 card bases. So these are both cut out of 1 sheet of paper, 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to put them together like this. So you have card base, and they're going to match up and be stuck together with glue. How easy is that, right? And then from there, you just completely embellish the way you like. So I figure I'll just assemble, and like I said, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity that if you do make one of these cards, to make sure and post it so I can see what you guys have done with these projects as far as with the fun folds and stuff. I know I'm not always super crazy about fun folds because personally I mess things up. Sometimes it's a real learning curve for me, so it's not always so pretty. The flip flaps are fun, and just to show you guys, if you're not familiar with flip flaps, we have several sizes in them. They come in 3x3, 3x4, and 4x4. I think that those are the 3 sizes, and if we have more, somebody please let me know, because I don't remember. But anyway, so there's an opening at the top. And a lot of scrapbookers like to use these because it's no added bulk. And you can add even more pictures and journaling and all the fun things on scrapbook pages. But you can also use them in card making. And this week, I believe it is, I'm taking the virtual card retreat. And we're using some flip flaps in some of our cards. So once again, I'm excited to learn even more new stuff. Now this up here is a sticky strip. So this just will peel off and then stick down where you want it. I just want to make sure. And there is kind of like a, what do you want to call it? Like a score line here. So it folds easily so you can hide this underneath it. And we're going to tuck it underneath a piece of paper so you never see this part. And I hope that that makes sense. And this again is where I, bring it down again, stamped and stuck the sentiment that I wanted on top of this flip flap with a little bit of seal. Okay, so let's go ahead and decorate a bit. And I can't remember now what order I had these in. Lovely, right? Okay, so I believe that these are all 4 by 5 1/4. So I used that piece there. I think I used this piece on the outside. Let's open this up. And then I use, so as far as getting the decorating going is pretty easy, 4 by 5 1/4 pieces of cardstock. And then I use this beautiful piece, I believe, on the inside. And then I use this piece. So there's a lot of different patterns mixing and matching from this Designer Series paper pack. And I love this because it gives our DSP a chance to shine, right? It's gorgeous, no matter which side you use. So, oh, wait a minute. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I can do this. So I was going to show you a little thing with the ribbon, but I wanted to make sure I didn't mess up, which is usually my MO for sure. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and stick this down on the front of the card. I'm going to wait on this panel. Whoops. I'm going to move this out of the way. This panel I'm going to wait on for a minute. And we'll go ahead and stick these 2 down. Oh, I have 2 of these. Why? I don't know. I'm talking to myself. Oh, goodness. Okay. Anyway. I'll move that and put that in the middle. And then we're going to put this one off to the right side. I can't believe how fast time went today. What's up with that? Okay, this piece I cut down to about 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 for our middle piece. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to not put glue on the top so that I can mess around with that flip-flop. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap there. And we'll go ahead and we'll stick that down. So this has no glue right now. And then we're going to go ahead and, oh, that's why. That's why I had the extra piece. It goes on this flap, right? Yeah, okay. So again, all of these are cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and I just mixed and match all of these beautiful patterns in the pack of paper. All right, and then the other thing I wanted to do is bring in my ribbon. And I'm going to be pretty generous with it because I have fumble fingers, and I want to make sure that when I tie, I'll have enough ribbon. I hate it if I cut it because I'm trying to be a little skimpy and then you don't have enough to tie a nice pretty bow on it. That irritates me more than anything in the world. So I'm a little bit wasteful, but I'd rather have too much than not enough, and they always make more ribbon, right? Okay, so I cut a nice long piece, and we're going to go ahead and make sure it's not twisted on the inside. And we're going to bring this out. See, how did I do that? Oh, no, I want to put this piece here before we do that. Oh, wait, no. This is for the spine. Okay, let me show you guys something else. Oh my goodness, Dawn's jumping all over the place. So this is a piece of Designer Series paper that's cut at, I believe, 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. We're gonna snazz this up, and this is not a requirement by any means, but before we go ahead and do that, let's do this. And you guys can determine whether you want to do this or not. It's just an extra little something to gussy it up, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of guesstimate where I want this, and it's going to hang off like so, and then I'm going to turn it, and whoops, make sure it's not crooked first. Oy. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and fold it. So it's going to look like a spine of a book. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my glue. Like I said, it's just an extra little something to make it a little extra pretty. And again, to show off our beautiful Designer Series paper. So I'm going to go ahead, match it up, top to the bottom. And work in the glue, ta-da, just like that. Now I'm going to bring my ribbon and bring it to the front. Make sure that I'm not twisting it. And hopefully, yep, you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, cool. Cool beans. I'm going to bring it to the front here, and we're going to go ahead and tie a bow. And the funny thing is that I have multi-purpose liquid glue all over my fingers. So if you've ever tried to tie a bow with sticky fingers, you know what I'm going through at this very moment. Well, I tell myself, please don't mess up this bow, and please don't continue to stick to my fingers. There we go. Whew. Oh, these flowers are growing on my table. Okay, and look what I found. So the other day I was looking for a distress tool. I have this big tray, double-decker tray thing on my table, and it has all those things like all the different glues It has stamp cleaners and other things like aqua painters, Wink of Stella, miscellaneous brushes, rubber bands, you name it. You get the idea. And I was digging through it, and lo and behold, underneath all that stuff, I found 5 pairs of scissors. Because I was just complaining the other day that my main pair of scissors won't even cut into my ribbon. And that drives me nuts. As you guys know, you need to save a pair of scissors that are just for ribbon, right? Well, somehow I was like, I don't even know where they went. They just vanished. So I found them. I'm so happy. Happiness is a nice, pristine, very sharp pair of scissors, right? Especially when it comes to our ribbon. Okay, anyway, back to this, Dawn. Focus. So we're going to go ahead and decorate this really quick. Let's see here. I think I'm going to use, again, Calypso Coral and Petal Pink, which is almost more like a very light orangey color. And then, oh, I didn't cut out leaves, or did I? I think they're in the other bag. Okay. Anyway, we'll go ahead. We'll attach this, if anything. And then for the leaves on here, let me bring this back. I used Granny Apple Green and Old Olive to get the two-tone on these. But like I said, if you have two-tone cardstock, that would be perfection for sure. Now, these dies are a little different. They're not meant to really line up. They're meant to look like a beautiful flower, right? And where did my, there they are. I'll say, where did my little dimensionals run off to? Okay, so we're going to go ahead, decorate this, and we're going to put it here right about, that looks good. And then we need our middle, our little stamen for the flower. And put that on there just like so. It's come together nicely, right? And then I need that piece of white. Where did I put it? Maybe I didn't. Aha! We're going to use this because I'm thinking that that's what it's for. I don't remember. And I also want Wedding Wishes. So once again, this is a very long sentiment, but I want to fit it so that we can, let me see if you guys can see that, fit it like so. So we're going to do a little magic trick with our ink pad, similar to what we did with the marker. So I'm going to take this and make sure you have your stamp cleaner nearby. And I just want to ink up Wedding. Light touch. So we're going to go ahead. Whoops, make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. A little crooked, not too bad. All good. Make sure you clean that off. And then I want wishes. Oh my goodness. It's sliding all over, and then it isn't helping that I'm shaking. I think I had a little bit too much espresso today. Okay, that's not too bad. It could have been worse. Anyway, so that's how that is done. A little trick. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim it with my paper trimmer. Just like so. Ta-da! Just like magic. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and put it right about there. So as I try to speed up the process here, just to remind you guys once again about bonus days. And that again is for every 50 that you spend, and you'll get a coupon back immediately from Stampin' Up! So you'll get that in your email directly from them. Oops, I also need Happy Couple. Oh, there it is. I already put it on a block. I was ahead of myself. I didn't even know it. And then, let's see, we're going to use Old Olive again. So if you have any questions on that whole thing, let me know. And like I said, I have a tutorial with the instructions for the 3 cards that we're doing today, along with the bundle of the month for a $75 minimum order. So you get 2 tutorials for one low price. But anyway, tutorials are fun, aren't they? I like to have them on hand. And then what we're going to do on the inside, oh, this is what this was for. Now I know. For this here, that's what I was going to do. In fact, I actually had a different piece. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So what I wanted to do was wait to put this piece down because I wanted to hide the ribbon. And, you know, the ribbon is pretty. Don't get me wrong there. But if you would rather have it look a little more, I don't know, jazzed up, gussied up, polished, wait and put this piece down after. And then as far as the other decorating in here, just to show you real quick, and I will, you know, let's do this. I know, I'm like bouncy, 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 bouncy all over the place. So we're going to peel this off. It has sticky on it. We're going to tuck it. Oh, he doesn't want to go away. It's like static around here. Okay, so we're going to lift this up because remember I didn't put glue on the top part. And we're going to go ahead and press down just like that. And there you go. There's your pretty little flap. Isn't that cool? Super easy to do. And then from there, you can go ahead and slide in your goodies, like a gift card, a bill, whatever you want, whatever it is. And then I'm going to take this piece, and this would be good to use with seal. I would not recommend using multi-purpose liquid glue on that surface. Let's put it that way. Okay. And then as far as the decorating that I did on the inside here, just to show you guys just a little bit. So I took a couple of strips, so just using up more of your paper, mixing and matching. And for this piece, I went ahead and I just ripped it. Oh my gosh, she's ripping her paper. And I believe it's when you want the white to show, rip towards you. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put this down first. Oh my goodness, come on, Mr. Glue, cooperate with me. And we're going to put it right about there, I guess. That looks good. And then this piece I'm not going to rip. And we're going to stick it down right about there. I like that multi-purpose liquid glue gives you like a little bit of wiggle room there. So isn't that pretty? Like I said, just gussies it up a little bit. I know we did a little bit different from the original, but that's okay. And then again, let's go ahead and rip this once again. I think this was like a 1-inch piece, 1 1/4. I want to give myself just enough where I could grab it and rip it. And we're going to put this piece down. This paper is so much fun to mix and match with. And then I'm going to take the piece that I did rip and attach that right about there. Again, it just gives a little extra something. And a reminder, once again, you can go ahead and add pockets to it. And let's go ahead and add another flower. Oh, let's see. We'll do these 2 colors. Oh, whoops. The little thing didn't get, oh shoot, I ripped that. Oi! That's not good. Okay, let's do this and this. Oh, that'll be pretty with the middle. Okay. Oh, I did have this one. Silly me. They all were kind of sticking together. You know, that's what they do. They hang out together. Okay. And like that. And I think I'll put this one down with just a little bit of glue, like so. All right. Awesome. Okay. Other than the leaves, we'll do the leaves later, but you guys get the idea. You can die cut the leaves, add the leaves as you desire, if you do it all. But there you go. There's the other fun fold. I just think that it's a lot of fun. And, you know, again, if you don't want a wedding card, you can make it into a get well card or a thinking of you, a happy birthday, whatever you like. And I just think the fun of having the flip flap in it is kind of cool. So let me bring back the other two cards as everything's sticking to my fingers. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so here you guys go. I hope you enjoyed today's live. It went over a little bit more than what I expected, but I'm always, you know me. But anyway, thank you for being here today. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next Sunday right here for Sunday Crafter Noon with Dawn. And if you need some more information, again, just go ahead and go to my blog and check everything out over there, or on YouTube as well for the replay. Have a great afternoon, you guys. Bye-bye.